Me, going deeper into my quest to align with the truth, and my soul and Christ's self, I love the truth. I seek it out, I love hearing it from other people's lips, and I don't hang with people who don't align with it because they're living in illusion, often delusion as well. We are living on a planet of free will, that means that all people must learn to respect their own and others' free will. We've been taught to do completely the opposite. Ivo has taught us a lot of what the truth encompasses. All is God. God is love, so all is love. Information is light, light is information, only true information, lies aren't. All are equal. But what happens here on this earth plane is a question of one's choice before incarnating. Reincarnation is true. You are ageless. You're not who you have been led to believe you are. You're a powerful aspect of God, you have God's powers at your disposal. You're a creator and you have free will to create whatever you want. Fear is a lie, it doesn't exist, but it seems we're so powerful we can convince ourselves it is real. As you reap, so shall you sow. It makes no difference whether you think it or act on it, both are of equal construction or destruction. Death is a transition. You are energy, everything is energy, not mass or matter. The only moment is now, the past and the future don't exist. Ivo, what else can you teach us about reality? What lesson do I have coming up that you can expand on? Ivo, you are not learning that much at this point, my love, because you have done most of your work. What would be a good lesson is teaching you of the lesson of loving everybody. When you love everybody, you are free. Me, yeah, then there are the creepy neighbors I have who steal or make derogatory remarks towards me. I feel I have to set boundaries. Ivo, you set boundaries with others in the hopes that they learn to change. Me, so what if they don't change? Ivo, boundaries, in effect, are limits you have within your own psyche. You set boundaries with others because you expect to be respected. The other day when your neighbor made the indecent remark towards you, you did not react and you were not triggered. You kept your calm and simply replied to what he said as if it weren't intended to be offensive. Now you are angry and have decided you no longer wish to speak to him. You have a boundary within yourself that demands that he respect you. Me, yeah, so what's the issue? Ivo, your soul was capable of loving him despite his remark. Me, he's getting to be a nuisance, to be honest. He just keeps pushing it forward. Ivo, your soul was capable of loving him as he is, nonetheless, my love. My love, there is life beyond boundaries. Being unconditionally loving means that you do not become upset at the behavior of others. You simply love them despite what you have learned to be flaws in their character. When you set boundaries and you insist that people treat you with respect, in fact, you are creating limits and conditions in your relationship with them. Jesus did not set limits with people and he was able to take the most vile treatment and smile at people, still loving them. Me, I'm not Jesus. Ivo, but you are becoming a Christ, my love. You are becoming as Athena. Me, so then I keep talking to this person and he keeps making these comments and his friends all join in and they start making these comments and I just smile at them. Ivo, unfazed because you love all as they are. Me, I don't love all as they are. Ivo, your soul does. Your personality is upset she missed a chance to set a boundary. Me, the personality needs boundaries, the soul doesn't. You told me before that the ego's job was to learn to be healthy in order for the higher self to manifest on earth. So learning to be assertive and to set boundaries was necessary. Ivo, I did. And you have done this. Me, so why change it now? Ivo, it is possible for a human to undergo all sorts of negativity and not be traumatized when they are at a high enough frequency. At lower frequencies you misinterpret others' comments as being harmful instead of fodder for learning. On your world, you are taught that everything must be perfect and all others must treat you perfectly, yet you know it is far from that. When you don't personalize others' comments, you don't react. You don't give them your energy. There is no need to defend yourself to anyone. Let them think what they like. Imagine if Trump had to set boundaries and defend himself against all those who are slandering him now. He cannot. So he does not even attempt to. He just lets them talk. He knows he has the upper hand, and that is the reason they are taking shots at him, my love. Nobody tries to shoot down someone unless they are flying above them. It has to do with power. Those who have more power are shot at by those who have less power, or who believe themselves to have less power. This man is attempting to empower himself by controlling you, and when you show him a reaction, then he believes he has control. When you do not react, he cannot control you. Me, weird. But I see that that's true. Like that of a Christ. Jesus just made another body for himself after they hanged him on the cross, so he wasn't setting any boundaries with the Romans. He didn't need to. He just said, Naya Naya, I'll show you, and he came back incarnated into the same body because the mind creates the body, and he just went on about his business. Ivo, yes, he did not fear death. He did not fear being abused. He did not fear anything. Me, so you're saying my need to set boundaries is because I have a confused idea of things. That I can let this guy say what he wants to and my soul won't be offended and I won't be traumatized. Ivo, it is important that there be no threat to the physical body at your level. When you do not know how to create another body, then it is important that this one not be threatened. So physical harm is what we are speaking of here. Emotional harm is what you see it as. If you see what he says to you as an insult, then you will tell him to stop so that he will not hammer away at your psyche. If you see what he says as a projection of his own low self-esteem, you will not care what he says because it has nothing to do with you. Me, what I'm interested in stopping is the entire neighborhood doing it too. Ivo, you could have just said, pardon me, but your low self-esteem is showing. Me, men who believe they are better than women are often misogynists. Ivo, they are. But you must understand that he cannot take away your self-esteem unless you allow him to. He can say what he will when you have intact self-esteem, and you do. So there is no need to set boundaries with him. Me, there's also no need to speak to him anymore either. Ivo, that is your choice. If you do not enjoy conversing with him, then seek company elsewhere. Me, I don't enjoy speaking to women-hating misogynists. Ivo, and you see this is a limitation of your personality, not your soul. Because your soul has no issue with him. Me, yes. I see this. How do you deal with this then? Ivo, you lose the limitations that you live by. That all people must treat you respectfully. When you lose these limits, then you will find that there is no more lesson to be learned. Because this is your lesson. Your personality's response and your soul's response is being shown to you. Me, I used to sit there looking at my brothers-in-laws talking to my dad, and I used to die of embarrassment at some of the things he'd say, and they just accepted him as he was. Always wondered about that. Ivo, yes. They took no offense at what he said because they see his behavior as a reflection of himself, not of them. Me, but you said all people are one. Ivo, they are, but they all have the free will to express themselves as individuals when they are embodied. Me, so what do I do about this neighbor? Ivo, forget about it. Let him be. If he says anything again, there is no need to react. Just let him talk. Me, and keep my distance because I can't replace my body if he should decide to want to kill me. Ivo, there is no need to fret over what he says. Or what anyone says. They are reflecting themselves, not you. The lesson you need to learn is that it has nothing to do with you. Me, everything and nothing, got it? Life is a paradox. Ivo, you would want to spend your time in more positive pursuits with more positive others, yes, but these low vibrational people do no harm unless you allow them to. You have control over this. Me, okay. Ivo, Many of your people are apt to respond to these people with a, who cares, attitude. You need to stop caring what others think of you and say about you, and your soul, Aurea, is already there. Me, got it? Ivo, the only boundaries you should work on are physical harm boundaries. Avoid physical contact. Me, okay. Ivo, now you must look at your other neighbors, the one you had the argument with over the fact they stole from your garden. You have rhubarb in the back of that house still, and you know they enjoy it and will probably take some. Me, as long as they don't kill the plant, they're hard to come by. Ivo, very well. But you said that they can help themselves because you cannot stop them anyway. As for what they think of you, what do you think? Me, I don't care what they think of me. Ivo, which is the point. You have had rows with many of your neighbors and no longer speak to them, but you do not care what they think of you. And that is where you want to be. Now you have the opportunity to not care about someone's opinion of you who is making salacious comments towards you. Me, so here I am, either fighting with neighbors or taking their dirty comments without caring about it. Nice place I live in. Ivo, which is the point, my love. You should move to an area that better reflects your self-esteem, yes, but even when you are not, you do not care about how you are being treated. The important thing is your reaction, because your treatment of yourself is the most important issue. Me, there is still the fat shaming issue. Ivo, and we spoke about that. He is attempting to control himself. You understand, he realizes he has no business saying this to you. Do not react. Let him work it out himself. The point is, for all, people cannot harm you unless you take the insult and agree with them. There is removal of energy if in fact, you allow them to lower your vibration. So do not allow them. Me, that's in that book, The 4 Agreements, too. Ivo, so break the agreement. These are agreements that you are colluding to with others. There are the unspoken laws of behavior. I say something and you take offense to it. You say something back and I take offense, and we begin to argue. Many of you have such agreements. Do not play the game. Ensure you are not in physical danger, but do not play the game as expected. Play it your own way. If the neighbors begin to comment, just laugh and walk away. When they realize you do not care, they will stop. Me, got it? Thank you, Ivo. Ivo, my love, peace of mind is not allowing others to disturb it. This is mastery of mind. Controlling your external instead of your internal mind is the very, very long way to inner peace. Not caring or loving those as they are instead of expecting them to be otherwise is the way to be.